Dallas Cowboys Game Night is presented by AT&T. Geico. Switch today and see all the ways you could save. Miller Lite, the only beer the Cowboys. It's Miller time. And by NFL Game Pass. You'll never miss a game again. Enjoy full and condensed game replays from Week 1 to the Super Bowl.
The Cardiac Cowboys strike again. Dak Prescott completes a pass deep to the right side for CeeDee Lamb from 35 yards out to win it in overtime over the New England Patriots. 35-29, the final score on the road at Gillette Stadium. The first win for the Cowboys over the Pats on the road since 1987. Welcome into Cowboys Game Night. Kyle Youmans with you alongside one of the former members of the Cowboys of the 1987 team that got the win, also in OT against the Patriots, Nate Newton. And Nate, this was a fun one, really from the beginning. There were some punches, counter punches. There was a physicality to this football game that the Cowboys have not seen in 2021, yet they still won their fifth straight game.
Yeah, Kyle, they found a way, man. I mean, block punts, timely sacks, timely interceptions for pick six. Then they come back and hit a bomb. I mean, it was like you say, counter punching. Hey, it was a great game. I'm excited, man. I need to slow down so I can answer some of these questions.
The heart rate's still pumping even hours after CeeDee Lamb caught the 35-yard touchdown to win it in overtime. Let's hear from CeeDee Lamb and one of the best moments, he says, of his career.
Can you talk about the winning touchdown or what that play was and just coming back so much?
Simple play action, over route. It wasn't nothing fancy. It was kind of blown coverage, and I saw it early, so I kind of just sprinted to open field, hoping that Dak saw me, and he did.
Is that supposed to be a Schultz play initially?
Yeah, initially, yeah. And then Dak said the guy folded back on Schultz, so he held the ball. If he didn't fold on him, he was definitely going to give Schultz the ball, and he was going to get the first down. But obviously that wasn't the case. And I was wide open, so.
Talk about your feeling catching the ball and going to the end zone.
Oh, no, that was an unbelievable feeling. Especially just, I was expecting someone to just pop up behind me, and then there was no one, and like within 3 yards to my left, he was kind of behind me. So when I turned around, I was actually surprised, and then just walked in. It was the best feeling ever, honestly.
Have you ever blown a walk-off before?
Have I scored? Yeah, in high school. But other than that, nah, this is my first one in the NFL, obviously. Don't get too many of those.
Was he talking to you when you waved at him?
Nah, he couldn't really say nothing. It was a competitive game. He was going back and forth. But I think I got the best of that matchup.
What kind of confidence do y'all have in Dak on a game-winning drive like that? And when you're going out in overtime, what's Dak saying to you and what's the sentiment?
It's kind of a mutual understanding, just understanding that the preparation that the coaches have given us week in and week out, just preparing us for moments like this. The team understood the situation and the assignment, and, all 11 of us, we kind of came together. We knew our backs was against the wall. Just all we had is each other, hostile environment. We preached this over and over again, week in and week out, and then for that situation to really unfold, it was like, wow, like how we were prepared, so let's go do this.
Was the 3rd and 25 play similar to the Tampa deal, where that led to the interception?
Something like it, most definitely. In a sense, like the route that I had, yes.
What's the redemption that you feel to make that play?
I touch the ball from now on. It's definitely coming up as a catch, and that's how I play. That's how I look at it from this point on. Just motivation, speaking to my inner self, talking to myself throughout the play, understanding what's at stake, and go and play ball.
And it's 3rd and 25, and
9 receptions, 149 yards, and 2 touchdowns for CeeDee Lamb. And one of the best games of his young career. What have you seen from this passing offense and the evolution of an early career CeeDee Lamb?
Man, he's getting better and better, and my thing coming out of training camp and early in the season was go cut down on his drops. I think he had one contested ball that was 50-50. So this guy had 9 catches, 149 yards. This is what we envisioned coming out of training camp. Now he got a walk-off touchdown for a win. So, hey, just keep it up. Be consistent, kid. You'll be okay.
And his battling mate in training camp, Trayvon Diggs, also in his second year, making a huge impact with a pick 6. We hear from Diggs when we come back with more Cowboys Game Night here from the Star.
This segment is brought to you by the Texas Lottery. The Dallas Cowboys scratch ticket from the Texas Lottery is your ticket for a chance to win up to $100,000. Get your Dallas Cowboys scratch ticket today. Must be 18 or older to purchase a ticket. Play responsibly.
Trayvon Diggs is the first NFL player since 2003 to have an interception in his team's first 6 games, and while he did it in a big way, a pick six, his second of the year, and here's what his words were following the 35-29 win.
You got another one. I mean, we might be surprised. You probably not. Just to talk about that interception and kind of what happened on that play.
They was running it all game, and I seen on film they like to run that double slant, tall front to the front side, and I just read it, made a play on the ball. He tipped it and fell right in my hands. I
was kind of telling the guys, I was kind of explaining what happened. I thought the amazing part was you were hurdling a guy as you were still trying to catch it. Like when the ball was in your head, it seemed like you were going to the house. Like there was no other stopping you.
There wasn't nothing stopping me. As soon as I got it, I was like, I gotta go score.
So that lasted for about 15 seconds, and then so what happened on the next play? That was kind of a crazy play.
They came right back, hit a double move, and I kind of let up. But it was my fault. Should have been on top of it. So I take full accountability for that. It was my fault, so next time I'm going to be better on that, be on top.
I'm going to have to ask you about that because you've never not gone to get the ball. So did you think maybe Casey was coming for that play, or did you think you were going to collide? Or?
A little bit of both, but at the end of the day, it's still my fault. It's still my man at the end of the day, so I can't really rely on the safety to be right there. Still my man at the end of the day. Like I said, it was my fault. I take responsibility for that.
A game like this, back and forth, defense made huge plays, offense came in, special teams had a block. I mean, a big team win on a road like that, just speak to that a little bit.
Had to overcome a lot of adversity. Got a couple calls, a lot of calls actually, a lot of penalties. It was a tough place to play. But, we just stuck together. All of us are brothers. We all got each other back. It's clear. You can see it on the field, how we fight for each other. Defense, give up a touchdown, offense come back, offense get stopped, defense get a touchdown. So, it works. This is a good team, and I'm excited.
You've been on some really great college football teams, probably games where you didn't play your best and still won. Does this feel like, what does it say about a team that played sloppy at times and didn't have their best game, still come out with a big road win? I mean, does it speak to the character of the team?
Yeah, it says a lot, Even though we wasn't fully, wasn't everything going our way, we still overcame that and, came out with a win. That just shows a lot, shows the type of fight this team has. And, I'm excited, like I said, we're going to do some good things.
Mac Jones, I know you played with him in college and stuff. Did he impress you with the way he played, the poise that he had hung in there?
100%. I already knew he was going to do that. He's real smart. Played with a lot of poise, a lot of confidence. He's been in a lot of big games. So, I'm really proud of him. He has a bright future.
There's a lot every week now. There's something else. The first cornerback since 1970 to do this and this. I mean, are you soaking that all in, or are you not even kind of worried about what this historic run that you're on?
I really don't. I don't know for like. Everything's just so far, 1950s. I was just like, wow. So I'm just, taking it all in, just, trying to make the next play, just trying to be better than I was last week.
Awesome. Appreciate it.
Thank you.
Thank you, Trayvon.
I feel like that's a fitting way for Trayvon Diggs to describe it. Taking it all in. Yes, you've taken in 7 passes from the opposing team in the first 6 games, another interception. This is a defense that continues to take the ball away.
I like about this kid said, man, he on that play where they got the 75-yard touchdown, he said, I should have stayed on top. I shouldn't have let up. That's the guy that's going places. That's the guy that knows how to take responsibility and put the burden on him. We know the safety should have been there, but he said he could have did a little extra. So I like that. That's looking out for one another, and that's being accountable.
Yeah, this Cowboys defense, bend, don't break, is really one of the big calling cards. They force a couple takeaways again. Now 10 straight games with multiple turnovers forced. So that's an impressive number, but they still gave up close to 350 yards and the big play, 75 yards to Kendrick Bourne late. So still things to wrap up on that Cowboys defense, but how did the pass rush look? When we come back here on Cowboys Game Night, Randy Gregory with a couple sacks, including a forced fumble. We hear from him next.
This segment was brought to you by the Texas Lottery. The Dallas Cowboys scratch ticket from the Texas Lottery is your ticket for a chance to win up to $100,000. Get your Dallas Cowboys scratch ticket today. Must be 18 or older to purchase a ticket. Play responsibly. This segment is brought to you by Geico. Switch today and see all the ways you could save.
Randy Gregory with another multi-sack game, his second of 2021, including a fourth fumble on a sack of Mac Jones. Here's his thoughts following the win.
Randy, can you start by talking about that sequence where they brought it back, the play in the end zone, they scored because of holding you, and then you came right back with the just what that did to where you were in that game and how it kind of helped turn things?
I mean, I was getting real frustrated around that time, and I just felt like, honestly, I felt like their O-line couldn't block me or block any of us as long as they didn't chip us, at least on the ends, and they did a lot of that. And I don't know, man. It was a good play. It changed the momentum, I feel like. Need more plays like that, you know. I usually do, you know, and I know there's like a fine line. Sometimes I have to be warned from the coaches and on the field, from the refs, just not taking it too far. But, yeah, I mean, I feel like when I get pissed off, I talk a little bit of some shit. You know, I tend to play a little bit better. And so, you know, last few games I've been trying to do that. I think it kind of helps me lock in, you know.
Just curious, what did you see from Mac Jones today?
I mean, look, he's a good young quarterback. I think they had a good game plan as far as trying to protect him. You know, at the end of the day, we got to do a better job as far as getting to the quarterback and developing a better rush plan, you know, mid-game. I think a lot of times we had a good plan. We just didn't go out there and execute it the right way. So he was able to pick us apart a few times out there. But just like any other quarterback in the league, you know, you get in front of them, knock them off their spot, hit them. Rush them, whatever you want to call it, you know, their accuracy tends to go down. So.
Do you have more power than people?
You can hear some of the frustration there from Randy Gregory, as really there was some frustration across the board for the Cowboys pass rush. How were they able to overcome a little bit of a quiet day from the front seven?
Just with your stars. Randy Gregory is growing into a star, and he's playing big every game. So, you know, he did that right there, got the 2 sacks. O'Colson gets the recovery. And sometimes that's all you need, just to knock him off his spot, like Gregory said. And you're not going to always have sacks, but if you can knock him off his spot and hurt him, you'll be okay.
Not the best day that we've seen from guys like Micah Parsons and Osa Odigizua.
We didn't have a great day, but you know what? They were there. I bet they felt their presence, man. I like these 2 young guys.
Here's a look at the Cowboys' defensive stats. Couple of sacks, couple of turnovers, including an interception and a forced fumble there, as well as the Cowboys take down the New England Patriots on the road for their 5th straight win. When we come back here on Cowboys Game Night, we hear from Dak Prescott and a little breaking news here in a post-game reaction of the Cowboys' win over New England.
This segment was brought to you by Geico. Switch today and see all the ways you could save.
Welcome back to Cowboys Game Night, where Dak Prescott, in a valiant effort of 445 yards and 3 touchdowns, in a game that actually ended with him in a walking boot as he walked up to the podium at Gillette Stadium following the win.
Let's get the elephant in the room. Let's knock it out.
You start by talking about just all the adversity this group overcame today, going in and you making the play with Lamb in that moment to win it.
Yeah, I mean, I think today just showed our resiliency. Time and time again, defense making plays. Obviously, they came out their first 2 series and got some touchdowns, and for them to dig in, really step up and make plays, for the defense to get an interception return in a moment we need it, for the offense to bite itself in the butt all game long. My turnovers down in the red zone, I'm missing out on points, but just to have the chance to tie the game, to have a chance to go win the game, and just able to do that, I think it just speaks to the resiliency of this bunch and this team and the bond that we've created, and knowing that we're not going to give up and all we need is a chance, and I think that showed tonight.
Those don't look like Jordans. Can you tell us what?
These are Jordans.
No, the one on your right.
Browns.
Might get Jordan to make one of these. Yeah, I mean, something we'll figure out. I figured we weren't playing for a week, so I'd give you guys something to talk about and speculate on this time. So there you go.
Did it happen on the throw, or how could you tell what?
Yeah, the last throw. Yeah, just came down funny, and that's what it was. And as I said, something we checked out. I'll be fine. Can promise you that. Great timing going into the bye week, but as I said, y'all can have fun with it this week.
So just talk about the emotions of that play. You hit the game winner, you're celebrating, and then you got a pain in your leg.
Yeah, I was just like, no way. Life keeps throwing punches, and I'm gonna keep throwing them back. Yeah, I mean, it's part of it. It's part of this game. It's a physical game we play. As I said, I'll be fine. I've got a lot of confidence in myself, the medical team, and as I said, I mean, I feel good. Obviously, this is precaution, but yeah, I mean, just more so thinking about the touchdown. It doesn't hurt as bad, obviously, when you score and you win the game. So all that's a plus, and credit to CD right there, and just the play call, just for us to get in that moment and to be able to go score and capitalize on that. Great call by Kellen.
What does a win like this mean for y'all?
Yeah, it's huge. Going into the bye week, 5-1? Yeah, it's huge. Five straight now. Obviously started this thing with the road win and then going 3 at home, but be able to come here, a place like this with so much success, great atmosphere, great coach over there on the other side. But for us to just stay resilient through it all, I think it speaks on what Coach McCarthy talks about, just our culture and building the right culture, building a winning culture, and knowing that it takes winning these games. And when everything's against you, we found a way to keep swinging and to come out the win. I think that's important for us. Take this confidence, go into the bye week, get better, work on ourselves, and come out of this thing with this momentum and continue rolling.
I'll be fine. I can promise you that. The words from Dak Prescott following a calf strain on the final play, the touchdown pass to CD Lamb. So I want to ask you about his play because he's smiling at the podium, laughing. If it were that serious, he probably wouldn't be standing up in front of the media. But what did you think about his game today?
I liked it, Kyle. I liked, even on the goal to go where he had the ball down low, no touchdown. He came up the next time and tried to put it where they could see it that he was over, but unfortunately the guy hit his hand. Other than that right there, I think he had an excellent game. He had 8 receivers that he hit, and multiple times he hit 7 of them. So, and the one time it was Blake Jarwin that he hit for a touchdown. So this guy played well. And coming down the stretch, against Tampa Bay, we couldn't get it down the stretch. But he learned from that game. He coming down the stretch against the New England Patriots, he answered the bell.
This is a gutsy game and the gutsy win that the Cowboys could certainly build upon. Going into the bye week, the Cowboys are at 5-1. We preview the bye week and look ahead when we return with more Cowboys Game Night.
Dallas Cowboys Game Night was presented by AT&T, Reliant, and NRG Company, and by NFL Game Pass. You'll never miss a game again. Enjoy full and condensed game replays from Week 1 to the Super Bowl.
The Cowboys win an instant classic in Foxborough, Massachusetts, a 35-29 win over the New England Patriots in a shootout. Nate Newton, as we wrap things up and head into the bye week, what are your thoughts about this 5-1 Cowboys team?
They're resilient. They just make play after play after play. They give up a few plays, but they don't break. They believe in the end, somebody will step up and make a play, and that's different from last year, where guys say, oh, man, let's don't make the bad play. Now they're looking to make the big play.
And the Cowboys have made a ton of those big plays. Any of them stick out to you through the first 6 weeks of the year?
Yes, it does. This kid Diggs is lights out, man. And Randy Gregory, the last 3 games, he's been lights out. He's been knocking quarterbacks off the mark, and he's been getting sacks. Randy Gregory is on his way.
Second-year Trayvon Diggs with his 7th pick of the year. CD Lamb, second-year player with the game-winning touchdown. The youth continues to shine in Dallas, and that's part of the excitement surrounding this Cowboys team as they continue to build towards something special. For Nate Newton and our entire Cowboys.com crew, I'm Kyle Youmans. See you next time on Cowboys Game Night.